As you guys probably already know, anybody who is anybody is talking all about the new update coming to GTA Online, the new Doomsday Heist. But is everybody showing you exactly what the hell is going on in that trailer? Are they showing you the stuff that's right before your eyes that you might not be noticing? Believe it or not, Rockstar hid a lot of secrets and Easter eggs and little clues to what's to come within their game and within this trailer. Well, you're gonna get all the information right here. Make sure that your landline cables are all connected perfectly and get down in those fallout shelters, because this is going to be explosive content coming your way. Thanks for jumping in, and let's start the apocalypse.
The apocalypse is coming. Will it be aliens, zombies, or a global financial meltdown? Whatever it is, you need to be prepared.
So from the first couple seconds, we can see us walking into a room. At a first glance, you might say, what the hell? This looks pretty intimidating. I don't know what the hell's going on, but if you take a closer look, this is not that bad. Actually, it's nothing new. We have done this before, as this is basically the same thing that we do every time we go and start a heist. We have the name of the heist, you know, the heist setup, the information, the pictures, we have Lester. It's everything that we already have been doing when we go to do a heist, except for it seems to have better technology, you know, prettier pictures, nicer computers, and maybe Lester even has a better change of clothes on, but all in all, we've seen it, we've done it before. I want to point out that we have a picture of what looks to be the Noose building, so that's going to be pretty cool, guys.
The data is clear, it's right now.
So here is another screen, like I said, basically the same concept that we're used to, but just more flashing lights, bells and whistles. It looks like we have X's inside of diamonds, and it looks like we have the same type of thing here, a diamond, and you know, the name of what we gotta do. There's preps and there's setups, objective being tied to a certain spot on the map, so we can kind of plot out what we want to do here. Now the coolest thing is, if you guys pay attention to the details on the screen, we're actually going to be doing something we've been all waiting and wanting to try to eventually do in the game, and that is infiltrate the control tower at Fort Zancudo. Many of us have tried, and many of us have failed. We have tried so many times to go and take Fort Zancudo over, but this time we actually can infiltrate the friggin' control tower. That should be pretty awesome, guys. I cannot wait for that, as it seems to be one of the preps for one of the new heists. This is going to be awesome.
Yvonne is worried that someone's trying to start a war.
I'm not worried about it. I'm certain of it. It has to be the Russians.
Taking a look at this next screen, you know, they got pictures on the wall, like this big missile or whatever coming. You know, what are we going to get hit with? But if you guys take a closer look, okay, this might not be what we are going to be dealing with. If you take a look at what it says, U.S. Defense Malware. Okay, warning, enemy malware attack. Malware is basically short for malicious software. It's an umbrella term used to refer to a variety of forms of hostile or intrusive software, including computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, scareware, you know, all that kind of malicious shit, guys. This is something that is kind of throwing me for a loop as I noticed it and I'm looking into it more. Why the hell does it say U.S. Defense Malware and enemy malware attack? Could we be actually facing a different danger than what appears to be? You know, it shows a missile on the screen, he's freaking out, it says U.S. Defense Malware, you know, enemy malware attack, and there behind him on the screen shows a whole bunch of codes, numbers. You know, this might definitely be a war of a different nature, guys. This could be a digital war. Maybe we really don't have to fight anything but a fucking keyboard and a goddamn dirty mouse.
Koreans, or the Chinese, or the Iranians. We would need a...
The next screen we're gonna stop and talk about here is this screen with Lester. There's an alien on his computer, and this might also be one of the enemies we have to go ahead and fight. I'll go ahead and talk about that towards the end of the video. But one thing I want to go ahead and show you guys is that it says Java.update coffee shop 2004. this is actually tied into the game and Rockstar's past a lot, as this is a huge Easter egg. In 2004, San Andreas was released, and there was something hidden in the game files that Rockstar did not want found. Well, PC gamers went ahead and found the coding, and they released what Rockstar didn't want to be released, and oh boy did it cause a problem. It was basically a fucking war for Rockstar to keep their game from not being banned. Now, that's kind of funny how we just got done talking about this war in this game possibly being about a malware and a virus, so maybe this is another little connection there as well. But guys, if you don't remember, this is all about the hot coffee mod, one of the most controversial situations in video game history. One more thing really quick as well, I want to go ahead and talk about something that's right here connected to this sticker. It says Free Lester, and it says it in a way that you kind of would see the writing on a license plate. This is pretty crazy as well, guys, because the other day I was starting a new playthrough on GTA 5. I was in single player as Franklin, and I found a license plate that said 88 miles per hour, tying directly into Back to the Future. And guys, we have a Back to the Future reference slash Easter egg slash awesome fucking car to show off in a couple seconds in this trailer, so this definitely connects to that as well. So really cool stuff here on this computer. If you guys missed that video with the 88 miles per hour license plate that I found, I'll go ahead and link it in the description for you guys. And you know, there's other stuff here as well. There's a bomb. You know, Lester's got a lot of cool shit on his computer. Maybe some of it's foreshadowing what's to come in the game. Maybe it's just cool little stickers. But we will talk about this alien, as he might be involved directly with the plot of this DLC.
Ballistic missile launcher to have half a chance.
This cannot be traced back to me.
For all I know, you're bugged all to high hell and you don't even know the bugs exist!
So as you just heard, Lester seems pretty frustrated. He's screaming about computers and being bugged, and, you know, is he being paranoid, guys? Or is he knowledgeable on something? Lester is that kind of nerd behind the computer. He knows all about this electronic slash digital world. So maybe there is something concerning this malware topic that we're talking about. But one thing I want to know is if these guys are planting or removing bugs from a computer, why the fuck do they have paramedic clothes on? I mean, this is kind of weird. I thought paramedics were supposed to be in the health and medical field trying to help people, unless this is part of one of the heist setups and we are posing as paramedics and planting a bug or removing a bug from something. This might be a crazy cool ass mission that we have to play in one of the heist setups. Can't wait to find out.
High hell and you don't even know the bugs exist!
As you guys can see, there is the DeLorean right here. This is the Back to the Future reference I was talking about. Now this is pretty awesome, guys. Not only did we bring up San Andreas for the hot coffee mod, but we also want to talk about San Andreas having something that a lot of people have been asking for and wishing for in GTA 5, and that is flying cars. We had flying cars in San Andreas, but we don't seem to have them in this game until now. So this is pretty awesome. It connects directly with Back to the Future, and even more so makes me think that I did find something special in my playthrough when I found that 88 miles per hour license plates. Definitely check that video out. Like I said, guys, it'll be in the description.
This is the apocalypse.
As you can see on this screen, this says orbital cannon active. Now I went ahead and Googled what an orbital cannon was, and I found a lot of things about computers and attacks of applications and, you know, more stuff that is leading to that whole entire theme of a computer warfare. But the one thing I did find, guys, was Newton's orbital cannon. Well, Isaac Newton discussed the use of a cannon to attain orbit in 1687 in his Principia Mathematica, the very book that defined classical physics and provided the theoretical basis for space travel and rocketry. Guys, this is something that is right up Rockstar's alley, as this is not the first time Rockstar would be referencing Isaac Newton.
Science has the answers. We have the answers. When Sir Isaac Newton discovered electricity while flying a kite asleep under a tree, he soon realized something mind-blowing.
Yeah, that a grown-ass man shouldn't fly kites.
That's right. You are now listening to The Lab.
One thing I want to bring up, guys, is you know as well as I do that Isaac Newton was not the inventor of electricity. Now, why did Rockstar go ahead and make a point to fuck up those facts? Was it to draw attention to Isaac Newton? They do like to foreshadow, guys. Rockstar is very clever. They go ahead and give us stuff hidden in plain sight. I just think that if we would have followed up on that and looked into it knowing that the facts were completely wrong, that maybe we would have been able to see what Rockstar was doing there. You know, maybe we would have been able to see a lot more connections that were throughout the game and possibly even see this update coming from a long time ago.
The Doomsday scenario. Mushroom clouds, fallout.
He just said mushroom clouds and fallout. One thing I want to go ahead and point out is something that I found while I was in a biker clubhouse. I took this picture with my online character. I was in a biker clubhouse, like I said, and I noticed that it said atomic, and then right on the other side of the window, it said Nagasaki. Now, I put on the bottom of the screen, World War II, August 6th and 9th. This is a huge connection to what we're seeing in the trailer as the United States used an atomic bomb to go ahead and bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki at the end of World War II on August 6th and 9th. Now, also, if you look at the date, August 6th and August 9th, 69 is basically one of Rockstar Games' favorite number. You see 69 everywhere. There's tons of references and nods to it. This is definitely an Easter egg on a real historical situation, guys. And the thing is, it's also a foreshadow on what we are coming up to in this new DLC, as it's talking about mushroom clouds and fallout. Below the video, there's even an ad for Rockstar logo blackout and whiteout tees now available. This really makes me think, guys, because look at this. Blackout and whiteout. Well, what is a blackout? That's basically when all the energy and power is down. You know, the city might have a blackout from having no more power. This might be something that may occur. You know, during this update, we might, you know, have this war happen between some kind of computer-driven enemy, and we don't know what's going to happen if we're going to lose all of our power in the game. And also, if a nuke does seem to hit us, well, the visibility afterwards would not be too great. It would be very bad, and you know, it would kind of be like a whiteout as well. And also, it is getting towards Christmas time, and we do know that a whiteout does tie in directly by definition to snow and bad visibility with snow.
Mushroom clouds, fallout.
Are we going to be able to purchase one of these giant submarines? I mean, the yacht that we were able to get was kind of lackluster, if you ask me. We need something new for the underwater. I mean, the ocean is big enough to have a full-out war underwater, if you will. And I believe that that is very possible, guys, because think about it. They gave us everything in GTA already for fighting on land, and recently everything for fighting in the air. Well, we need some stuff for fighting underwater, and this thing would be friggin' awesome. Who knows what we would be able to do with it. Maybe it would even come with a couple of these inside of it, and if you ask me, these look like they could be all-purpose vehicles. Take a look at these things. These are awesome underwater vehicles that, if you ask me, I can definitely see this, you know, using its boosters and wings to, you know, push itself to the surface and then boost itself into the air and then fly around, even pull out the wheels underneath and then land on the ground, drive around, you know, boost itself back up into the air and then back again into the water. This thing can go all over the place if they were going to be so creative and innovative with it. I hope they are, because if you guys take a look at recently what we have been looking at in the game, they have given us transform races. Transform races are basically a boot camp, if you will. Think about it. They're a boot camp for an all-purpose vehicle like this, as the transform races have us switching on the fly, okay, no pun intended, from air vehicles to ground vehicles to boat vehicles and everything all around. I mean, it's absolutely insane doing those transform races, and that would make a lot of sense, basically giving us that stuff as training for the real thing when the DLC comes out. I really hope that Rockstar decided to make these things all-purpose. I really hope they decided to give us an all-out underwater warfare, because that is one thing that would make this game super fucking badass, a nice refresher, if you will. I'm excited to see what unfolds with this, guys. Let me know what you guys think as well. In this scene, we have the IAA right here in the background. Now, I'm wondering if these heists are going to have us teaming up with the FIB and the IAA. Are we going to be uniting together with the different factions of the government? Going back to this screen that we were talking about earlier, we have this image to look at. Now, this fist is also a symbolism of unity and uniting strength and all of that stuff, so it would not be a shock to me if we got together with the IAA and the FIB, you know, to go ahead and fight off whatever enemy is coming our way. If you think about it, it would be a great way for Rockstar to go ahead and parody and pun off of another movie. For example, maybe the Suicide Squad. We are the criminals, they are the government hiring us to go kick some ass. Now that would be badass. They did just give us a car that looks just like the Batmobile. Now what the hell was that telling us, guys? Was that giving us a clue that maybe a Suicide Squad situation is in place for the near future? It's quite possible. We also have this new tank on here as well. Now this thing seems to be made out of a crazy material. It looks pretty durable and pretty impressive actually. But if you go ahead and take a look at the end of the vehicle, it says TM02 Kanja on it. We're back at the scene with Lester in his computer, and here it is, guys, TM-02. At first I thought it was tied to the Chiliad TO1 and TO2 tunnels, but maybe it's just the name of the tank. But it also could be referenced to Mount Chiliad as well, as there is an underground base inside of Mount Chiliad. Maybe the TO1 and TO2 tunnels are connected to this underground base, and that's where we store these tanks. Just a speculation.
Say hello, Clifford.
You're embarrassing me, Avon.
There's the end of the trailer. There's only a couple more things to talk about. It seems that this computer right here has enough intelligence to have emotion, as he's saying how he's being embarrassed. You know, you're embarrassing me, Avon. So this, I think, is one of our allies, actually, against this mysterious enemy that we're going to be facing. It's definitely going to be interesting working with a big electronic hole. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but we're definitely going to find out, I guess. And the best part about all of this is the jetpack. As you guys seen, it is now back. Another thing from San Andreas that was wanted. People searched and hunted for it. They prayed for it. They even asked Santa Claus for Christmas, I want a jetpack. And guess what, guys? Santa Claus did come through this year for those people that asked for a jetpack. As you can see, there is jetpacks here in the trailer, and at the end of the trailer, these guys are flying straight out of Mount Chiliad. Now this is something that is very interesting to me, and if you guys ask me, this directly ties into another theory of who the enemy may be. Let's go ahead and take a look at the description that Rockstar Games has given this trailer so we can get a little bit of insight on who the enemy may be. It says a billionaire tech mogul, an idealist intelligence agent, a socially awkward conspiracy theorist, and a neurotic supercomputer have been forced into an unlikely alliance to save San Andreas from total annihilation. As apocalyptic threats mount from enemies unknown, you and your criminal crew are enlisted to untangle mysteries and eradicate threats, spanning from the bustling streets of downtown Los Santos to the ocean floor and all the way to the inner depths of Mount Chiliad in an epic new online adventure. Now this is crazy, guys, because the threats span all the way down to the ocean floor, so maybe we do have that underwater warfare that we were talking about. And you know what? This is the one thing I want to go ahead and end with. As apocalyptic threats mount from enemies unknown. Guys, during the trailer, they're talking about maybe other countries. We've talked about maybe even a viral computer type of enemy. Now, GTA 5 is basically in Los Angeles, California in real life, and one big thing that happened in Los Angeles was the Battle of Los Angeles that involved aliens, guys. And there is definitely enough clues and hints from Rockstar when looking at this update we could be looking at aliens as the enemy. If you guys think about it, we don't have other countries in this game. We have one big giant island. It would take a lot of effort and money to add in more areas like that, or find a good way to go ahead and implicate these enemies in the game if it was all these other countries. But the one thing that they already do have in the game that's hidden in plain sight right now as we speak, that is the UFOs, guys. I think that the aliens are a very plausible answer for the enemy here. We have had this mural on top of Mount Chiliad since the beginning of the game's release, and we have this cracked egg, which I believe resembles an Easter egg. We have a jetpack guy. We also have an alien. The jetpack and the alien guy are connected on the mural. Now guys, we also have a line going from the Easter egg directly straight to the top of Mount Chiliad and above. Now, in the end of the trailer, it shows the jetpack guys coming out of Mount Chiliad, flying straight up. They're connected to the aliens right here as well. I think it's very possible that this is exactly what we are looking at here on this picture. It could definitely be a big foreshadow of what was finally to come. Now, the one thing we do have are these lightning bolts all over the place on the mural. Now, when the Soviet Union tested a nuclear bomb, they called it First Lightning. And what do we have here? Guys, it's all making sense. It's all connecting. And I think that is the most plausible theory. We have the UFOs made over at Mount Chiliad. We have one underwater. We have one at the hippie camp. We have one at Fort Zancudo. Guys, these UFOs are very, very advanced. If you guys ever try to go ahead and mess around with them in the game, you notice how they basically have a way of just making your electronics shut down. We were talking about blackouts. Our power basically goes out. If you're flying a helicopter, it shuts off. You just drop from the sky. You know, you just can't get near these things. They seem like they are very, very powerful, and that would definitely tie in to both sides of this war, as we've seen different leads connecting to physical warfare as well as a computer/electronic warfare. If Rockstar wanted to utilize these aliens and UFOs, it would definitely throw a lot of people off, as the trailer is trying to throw us off by talking about other countries and stuff. Well, they're not going to get past me, guys. I really think that there is going to be a battle between the aliens. I've talked about a lot of clues leading to a zombie apocalypse even. Now, I'm not too sure if that'll be in this update, but I really do believe it'll be in a future update. If you guys want to know more on that, stay tuned to the channel and definitely check out the videos I already have on it. There's a lot of hard evidence leading to nothing else but the possibility of a zombie apocalypse. But the one thing I want to go ahead and say, guys, is that we are leaving a mountain right now. We have all that stuff that they gave us, all the land and ground warfare, all the air warfare that they gave us recently. We have everything that we would need to go fuck up any enemy that we would want. But we need jetpacks for some reason. Why do we need to go into the sky? We're flying straight out of Mount Chiliad up into the sky. We're not going anywhere but up. Now, why are we doing that, guys? What are we fighting that we have to be very versatile and agile and ready to go in the sky with jetpacks? Could it be the alien invasion? I'm thinking it's a very good possibility. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any opinions, theories, comments are all appreciated. Thank you guys so much. If this video helped you out at all, or if you liked it, why don't you think about subscribing, guys? I'm always putting out GTA 5 content, especially the secret and Easter egg type of stuff. So go ahead, guys, and become a part of the channel if you guys want to, and it'll be awesome seeing you guys in another video or broadcast. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video or broadcast. Take it easy. Until next time. Peace!
Rated M for mature.